Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gent,
And this is Phobos.
and we're doing another dual commentary cast with you guys.
We enjoyed the first one so much we don't want to stop, but unfortunately we ran out of user content.
So we're just pretty much using this game just to get more content out there for viewers.
Alright, let's get into this. As we can see, we have
We have me right here, the blue Protoss on the bottom left, doing a good split right there. I don't want to sound cocky, but
and in the top right corner we have the red Terran Flay.
Flay.
Let's actually get their names posted here.
All right, Flay and Gent. Let's get the production tab open. Cool. So we're just seeing probe, SCV production.
This is
Normal stuff.
Backwater Gulch. What do you think of this map?
I used to not like it, but I kind of played with it a little more. I used to only 4-gate every game, and so when I'm in these games, in my later games, I've been trying not to 4-gate and just do macro games, and after doing that, I've learned to like this map a little more. So
this is a much more macro-oriented map. We do
Yes.
see this pylon at the forward position for you. It's kind of an aggressive pylon here.
I would not do that against Zerg, and probably not against another Protoss, but against Terran, they don't seem to do very, very big pushes as early as Protoss or Zerg, so I feel safe putting it out there.
See both players scouting in the wrong direction, and they're both going to swing around clockwise, it looks like, and finally catch each other at about the same time. We do see the supply depot coming down at a little late, actually, for Terran, for Flay here, but that barracks was dropped immediately.
It seemed to work out pretty good, though. It seems like both of us have been having constant probe and STV production so far, so...
Gateway drop for Gent here, and that SCV slips right into the base, see what's up. He does see the assimilator going down.
Which is very normal play so far, so we can't really determine much of anything right now.
Got an
So-
SCV probe fight going down right here. That SCV is getting torn up. It looks like he's going to pull that guy and just
Gonna
restart.
get away.
You do
So-
delay the barracks timing, though, which is always good. It gives you that much more room to play with to
Very
bring in
true.
your own slower units.
And when I go and scout, if you didn't notice, the first thing I did is check the geysers. I wanted to see if he had 2 geysers or one very early, so because then I would know he's doing early Banshee harass, and then I can just easily put up a forge and cannons for defense. But I see he's not doing that, so I don't bother getting that forge up.
You have the probe running a circle here.
A good circle, getting the orbital command up and the cybernetics core. So
We do see the orbital command center popping for Terran.
yeah.
The refinery is actually very late for Terran for a standard play. He's got to be hoping to open up with another barracks here in a moment. But like you said, we do have this cybernetics core going down along with this additional pylon. This side on the right here of the lower ramp is walled off now, so it will force your opponent to go through this bottleneck area around where hopefully you can engage him better.
Well, if I play it right, he will be in that little choke right there, and it will give me a little bit of a good surround. But I think later on, the way I place things like that, it doesn't really help me at all. So
Yeah, it does leave that building awfully exposed. See, there we do have a 3-gate coming down from Gent here, and he does cancel that third one. And the second one. What are you doing?
I don't know why I did. I think I wanted to get that
expo.
thing up.
And you know what? Actually, after having that scout in your opponent's base for so long, I actually can't fault you for that gameplay. We do see a second barracks coming down for Flay here, but even then, this map is pretty big. It's going to take a while for you to get across it, and I feel that this expo is going to be safe pretty much all game.
I hope so. So then getting that second gateway up. So I just did what I see Huck do a lot is just a single gate, single cybernetics core, because you usually have one anyways. So the gate, one cyber into expand is what he usually likes to do. But the only difference is I had no units at all. I just barely got my first sentry out.
First sentry, which I don't know if I agree with this unit. This is not a very strong unit.
I think I just used it. I think I just got the unit out for that because I had that excess gas.
Bunch of gas.
And with the last patch, they made it so sentries are faster at producing. So I guess I just get out as couple sentries as I could before warp gate was finished.
We do see a factory coming down for Flay here, so hopefully maybe he's looking to move into some more of a mechanical play mind. A
We
tech
see
lab
that
coming
tech
down.
lab on both the factory and the barracks. And would we have that starport
We
going
have a
up?
starport coming down as well.
Good 1-1-1
That
play.
that warp gate research is finished for you, Gent, and there you go, dropping that third gateway here. So we were looking at a 3 gate.
I usually like to, on macro games, I usually like to do the 3 gate expand, but I guess I felt safe enough to
1 gate expand
to
on this
1
one.
gate expand on that one. So
Well, you're not seeing any kind of pressure. This is a handful of Marines here. They could be quite potent at this early in the game, but
I think with the decent force fields, I could split that army up pretty good, and then my stalkers could just, because I think I have 2 stalkers, 2 sentries right now. So
there we
oh,
go.
and there we
seeing the
go.
tech swap. So it looks like we're looking at either Banshees or early game Ravens. I'm gonna go with Banshees.
Banshees,
and there we go.
and Cloak's going up too. So what will happen? Well, I don't.
No tech lab coming back down for the factory though, and nothing coming out of the tech lab on the
He should
barracks.
be getting the concussive shells, 'cause that's really effective against Protoss.
Yeah, I would actually recommend that being one of the first upgrades.
Because if Protoss doesn't have blink or charge, his gateway units are pretty much useless. So
we do see a push coming from Gent here. Looks like he's gonna push pretty far into Flay's area before there's any kind of resistance.
I think right here I just did a push to see if he had his expansion up. I wanted to
No
force the
engagement
cancel
here.
on that.
We do see the concussive shell coming down for the Marauders now, as well as this Banshee.
Oh, and here comes the
coming out.
Banshee coming out, and my stalkers do.
Nice timing, right there.
And I do see this.
Timing.
I do see that, and I
Did
just
not lose anything but shields, which was very nice micro, to be honest with you.
and then I immediately got the forge up after seeing that Banshee.
We did see the forge drop. Did see the Banshee drop the forge, which is flawless. I cannot argue at all with that.
And right as the cloak is finishing too. So I don't know if I was him after I saw that Banshee, I would have just canceled that Banshee that's building right now, and I would have canceled that cloak and just.
Well, the cloak's already done.
Yeah, but. And they're just going out.
We do see you pulling back to base. Obviously, you're worried about a Banshee harassment because you did pull everything back to your base here. And this is a very narrow point for you. Hopefully that doesn't get in your way here.
Hopefully not. We'll see. Getting
We
that
have a
photon cannon right
cannon.
there. So.
I can't argue with that placement. It is kind of far behind your wall here. Marines and Marauders will be able to pick quite a bit of these buildings before that cannon becomes effective. We do have a cannon down here as well. And it looks like the Banshees are coming from the side, and they're going to come in rather unopposed here.
Yeah, here they come. Just taking out 3 probes so far. Up 4.
Four probes, and he's going to swing around. Kind of break off here. Cloak. And you can't actually see him from that range. There we go.
Oh, and there's the cannon. I can see him, and oh.
There he goes.
There he goes.
No good.
So in the meanwhile, he's getting, up at base, he's getting his siege tank tech.
He's getting a siege tank upgrade as well as an expo, but let's focus back right here. That back forge is in a world of hurt at this moment. We have a medevac joining the fray. I think that was a misclick. I'm not sure why these guys are still cloaked. They can obviously be seen. So it doesn't make sense to spend the energy on cloak when it's not being effective.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not canceling that upgrade. Well, I don't cancel it.
That was a pretty heavy waste.
My observer's coming
minerals.
out right now. See what I do with this.